What's happening, good people? I am out here shilling it for Xvive again. Oh, wow, they just threw this thing right at me. They saw my first video, if you haven't seen that, on the acoustic wireless system, which was really cool. You should check that out. But Xvive, they make really, really good stuff for the gigging musician as well as the home enthusiast. And if you thought that tuners were not sexy, they totally took a tuner and made it completely awesome, because they gave you a wireless system. You know how they usually give you those two transmitters? One goes from the guitar into your amp or your pedal board. Well, now they made it so this goes into a pedal that is actually a tuner. That's really cool. And unbox this real quick and we'll get it going with it and just show you basically the ins and outs of it. So basically it comes with all of your usual stuff: the transmitter itself, power cable for charging it, and as well as the actual connection for, you can connect USB-C to the pedal itself, to the transmitter, so you could just throw it on your board and charge it and have at it. So I don't even have my glasses this time, but I could see this is going to be the part where he says that this is a sponsored review, but I haven't been told anything. All my opinions are my own. All right, so the pedal is pretty sturdy, good enough for any pedal board. It's got some good heft to it. The wireless system isn't terrible either. There have been some ones that are like a little bit more substantial, but this one definitely is no joke on it. You have an on and off switch here for it, and you could choose the channel on the side over here by just switching like so. The pedal obviously doesn't have any built-in battery, so you have to charge it, hook it up by 9-volt. You also have the option of running this strictly as a tuner pedal. It has a true bypass and a buffer bypass, so we could show that in as we use it. Not going to be doing the whole like let's go down the road type of thing. There's so many videos on this already, but I'm just showing you this as from my perspective in a studio like this that I have. My house is wired up to the gills with a whole bunch of Lutron lights that all run on the Wi-Fi, so I could say, you know, Alexa, lights on. She's not listening to me right now. Alexa, lights on. That's my non-studio lighting. Probably screwed up the camera now. Alexa, lights off. And now I'm probably controlling stuff in your house too. But so we have all that interference going on here, but this operates on the 5.8 gigahertz spectrum, so probably not too much. So many people live in the city, your mileage may vary, but I'm not a gigging musician, but I'll leave a link down below to a video from Rick Bischoff. He did a video on this where he actually took this on the road for a bunch of gigs, line of sight, going to the back of theaters and stuff like that, and you could check out his opinion about it. And Geargasm's Alan Barnes, he did a line of sight thing in the house, basically how we would do here. So you could save all the time of me having to do that by just telling you to go check it out and see their results on the matter. And also, if you're into the Guitarologist, he did a video going up and down the street. I don't know if he was on a bike or whatever, but he did something along those lines. So we're gonna get this to the floor. We're actually gonna show you the difference. We're gonna just run it through the Fender Princeton, record, you know, just the guitar playing. We're gonna tune it up. I'll give you some displays of that. And also we'll actually do where we'll plug back into this with the cable, so you can hear the difference of your sound with it wireless and then as you know, wired. So you could just hold down the channel scan button and it tells you which channel is the best for you to operate on right now. It started off on 1 and now it was at 6. So you're just gonna hit the mode button over here, and I'll probably just unplug this so that I can see. There you go. No loud popping noises when you're plugged in, but that could also be just because it's not really high gain. Tune it up. I'll give you some pictures of it too now, of what it looks like. It's very bright. And so here is the sound. We are in, let me double check. We are in buffered bypass. I don't know if it really does anything as far as that because it's wireless. I don't hear much of a change, not really an earshot. Maybe I'll hear something on post when editing. But now we'll try it with a cable. Usually that's what buffers do, is they help with long cable runs. And typically you're probably going to be using a 10-foot cable, so that's what we will use. So we're going to play the same thing through the true bypass, buffer bypass with the cable, and then the wireless, and hopefully you could play them fast enough, maybe toggle through them to see if there's any type of difference. But yeah. Well, so now running through everything completely back to back, it did seem like there is a little bit of a tone change. Nothing that I could pinpoint that would be off-putting to me. Just if you are like a tone purist and you have like things dialed in perfectly, if you're gonna be going from this to the road, probably not a big deal as long as you're always using it. But if you're gonna be using this and then going and taking that setup and then going to a recording studio and not going the wireless route, then you're gonna have some sort of little tweaking going on. But I think that's really expected pretty much at this point for anything that's, you know, sub $1,000 wireless systems. But maybe the Line 6 stuff does stuff, but I think you're hitting like the $500, $600 mark for those things. So for these relatively inexpensive, if you want to get one, there'll be a link down below in the description. I really thank them for sending this to. I didn't find any issues with it, but again, my mileage is different than your mileage. You're all fantastic audience, and as always, stay tuned.